Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
What's up, friends? Welcome back to the TV Terminal. My name's Adam Vale, senior editor over at the Koalition.com.
My name is Lawrence, aka a Punk with Toys on all the socials.
And we are back with season 1, episode 7, Den of Sin for Dutton Ranch. Oh man, this was a good episode. I enjoyed this episode.
It sets up a lot. It was interesting. I think there's a lot of filler in it, and they were trying to explain what's going to happen. And wow, we got to find out a lot.
Definitely get to find out a lot. A lot of the questions that we had, a lot of the questions people in the comments had. We even got a little teasers for certain things with Carter, and we'll get to that when we start covering this episode. But overall, this is a solid episode.
Are we going to get a Dutton Ranch 1981? The Beulah Files?
The Beulah Files, right? Can they really go? Who knows? I don't put anything past Paramount when it comes to any of these prequels.
No, they're going to bleed this one.
They will make.
I believe I just read that they have that they're allowing the merger with HBO.
Yeah, man. They're allowing that merger. So it's going to be interesting because this also means there's going to be some shows that get cut. That's just the way mergers are. There's people that get laid off, and there's a lot of other things that happen.
Who's buying who?
Cut. It's Paramount. Paramount is doing,
they have nothing to worry about this.
Yeah, they don't have anything to worry about on here, but yeah, with all the other stuff, it's going to be interesting. But hey, real quick, thank you all for everybody that's been hanging with us for this show and all the other shows that we cover on this channel. You know, we had a buddy of mine. He's like, you're the Taylor Sheridan channel. Don't you cover all those shows? And I was like, yeah, you pretty much we do. You know, from Kingstown, Landman, it shows that we like. It's not intentional. They're not throwing buckets of money. That'd be fantastic. But no, we are not getting buckets of money from Paramount.
We are not paid, as you can see.
No, we are not. Exactly, right? We're surrounded by toys and shit. What the hell? What are you talking about? You know, there's no. But hey, everybody, thank you. I just wanted to get that out there.
Hey, with that said, hey, Paramount, Yellowstone properties, I can be bought.
Right? Everybody's got a price.
I can be bought.
If I knew you were going to say that, I would have put a clip of $1 Million Man with the laugh. That would be great. But hey, let's get into this. This was really cool.
With $1 Million Man, it would be ironic because he basically bought Virgil, and it feels like they keep buying people with
they buy people. Yeah, exactly. We got a little Carter lost and found. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I lost my hat. I lost the kid. I'll take the kid. I can put him to work. You know, this all works.
I don't know. These kids seem like a mess. Joaquin does not.
Yeah. Let's get Carter. Joaquin is what Carter should be. Right? Joaquin should be that loyal. He should be like on the up and up. It was like, yes, this is it. I bend the knee to those who take care of me. But let's get into this. So we started off with a flashback. It said August 1981. We instantly knew
Fort Worth.
This is Fort Worth. This is Beulah. She
goes by Angel. That's what she called herself.
Called herself Angel, hanging out with friends. She had, just like she has the driver that's watching Ariana in current time, her time. It was Joaquin's father, who looks just like him. Fantastic. Love the mustache. I'm glad that's genetic, that it just passes on. You know, so the girls are having a good old time at some bar. They're hanging out. She's flirting with this. He starts off, this cowboy, right? Comes over. He's a mechanic, whole thing. So she's flirting with him, the whole thing. They're spending their time. But then we see that the Joaquin's dad, did they ever say his name? I don't know if they said it.
Yes,
Maybe they did. But you know what? Yeah, me too. We just call him Joaquin's dad, right? So he's at the bar. He's doing his job. Girl comes over, starts talking to him.
So Luke came over and talked. Luke was the guy that came over to talk to him.
Yeah. But there was a girl. That's what I was really getting at. It's because it was a girl that came over.
Yes.
And then
the barmaid.
The barmaid. Was she the barmaid?
Yeah.
You sure? I thought. Oh well.
She was the bartender.
I thought she was just a girl that walked by because then she said, you know what? I feel bad because she said, do you have anyone waiting for you or something like that? And
Yeah,
he's like,
she was
yeah, I'm
hard.
married and a kid. I said, oh, now I feel bad. You know what? Cowboy over there paid me $20 to just talk to you, while he does his thing. And then sure enough, he looks back and she is gone with this guy from the dance floor. That is a nightmare. Now we all know, and I'm sure people right now, we all know that she had Beulah in present day had talked about Joaquin's dad and that he got into some trouble on the other side of the arms of the law, that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I think we know how. We didn't know at this point, though. We had a guess of what was going to happen. We're like, oh, this is now what this explains, but we were wrong. I'm sure everybody. Don't tell me you saw this coming. Nobody saw this.
You know what? The only people that are going to tell you that they saw how this ended are the same people that said, I knew right from the beginning that Bruce Willis was dead in The Sixth Sense. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You're a liar, all right?
Cut the lies. Nobody knew. I swear. I purposely had watched that movie multiple times with people and not said anything. Kept it and not one person said, you know what? I think he's dead. No one said it.
And it is so obvious.
It is after the fact. Fantastic.
You can never watch it again and be like, how did I not know? But anyway, that's another.
Yep. That's a whole other story. So anyway, he starts driving around. He's looking for, we know present day he's going to find it, but he finds her and she's just like, now this, and I'll just ask this part here because it looks like she's in front of a motel, right? Like stumbling around. Yeah. She's like, "Where's my other boot?" And he's like, before he says anything, he's like, "I fell off the mechanical bull," and that's what you're going to tell my father.
Yep, that's the story that we're going with. That she got thrown off because her nose looks like it's all bloody. She's missing a boot. He says, "Hey, you know what, Miss B?" He calls her Miss B. He calls her B. Maybe not Miss B. Calls her B. Says
Mama B. Later on, she says she wants to be referred to Mama B. Remember when she talks to Carter? She was like, "Call me Mama B."
Oh,
I found that interesting. Unless she thought that they were going to hook up and then marry into the family. It's like, yeah, call me Mama. But whatever. But
basically, it looks like she was essayed, okay? And
yeah.
You can't figure out what essay is, just think about it. Anyway.
Pretty bad. But the one thing I want, and this is it, people in the comments, it looked like she was at a motel, right? That's what it looked like. But as you know, in the later in this episode, she goes to this guy's house. So I'm wondering how this
probably not that hard to figure out who he is. Because the one girl, because the bartender came up, she obviously knew who he was. They know where he hangs out. More than likely, he had already gone and found out who he was. That would be my guess. Is that Joaquin's father went out because that's his job to find out who this guy is, where he lives. So, and then we jump to the opening credits, and then we are to present day.
Present day. This is it. We're getting ready. Beulah's getting ready. She's doing what everyone loves. We all love a micromanager, right? Don't we all?
Yeah,
love that? That's fantastic.
She's a major micromanager. But she starts off going to the bunkhouse, and they're all dressed up. They're all looking nice, and she says, "I'm glad you guys all dressed up for me, but we know how this ends. You guys always make a fool of yourself. So why don't you go to whatever bar it is, open tab." Cause trouble there, and they do that,
and they're happy with it. They're cool with that. I'm like, yeah, all right, there we go. Now Austin isn't though.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. We're gonna say he was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to stay here, and it was like, no. Driver's like, it's non-negotiable.
Yeah,
you all gotta go.
And I think we kind of see. Well, again, he knows what's happened to Wes. He knows something happened. No one wants to admit it. Now, I will say it again. I think that this is going to fall right back to Austin ending up aligning himself with the Dutton Ranch over the 10 Petal.
Split Heart is the name of the bar she invites him to for the open tab. I was like, I knew I wrote it down. It was a weird name. I don't know if it'll ever come up again, but it's called Split Heart. But yeah, go ahead.
No, that's it.
Oh yeah, it's my thing is, who cares if he goes or not? It's like they're not going to the main event. It's not like, oh,
that's what I understand. He was basically just saying, I just want to sit back. But my guess is Beulah has told that driver. I don't even know if I got the driver's name.
Yeah, we just call him the driver. He's like their version of Jason Statham, the transporter. He just drives them around and has other skills. I'm waiting for the hand-to-hand combat segment to begin. Big fan of Jason Statham. If there's that,
but I think that he was told you need to watch him because he knows too much, or he thinks he knows too much. We need to make sure he doesn't talk. So maybe that's the reason.
Okay, so maybe that's it, just to keep an eye on whether he's gonna go contact the local reporter or something like that.
I don't know, but I was the same way. Like, why he doesn't want to go? He just wants to sit back. He's not going to cause any trouble.
What's the big deal? Let's let the guy sleep, man. He just got back from the hospital. His arm's probably still killing him. Doesn't want to go drinking. Whatever. What if he's not a drinker? Right? That's the other thing. You can't force the guy. But anyway,
cowboys that aren't drinkers.
That's nope. Probably not.
I could never be a cowboy. I think
I probably not. I would think that's part of the job. It's part of the job. It's like, hey, can you ride a horse? Can you drink? I think I drink. Nope, you're fired. So we get Rip and Beth, right? It's beautiful scenes. I love a lot of the cinematography, the scenes that they have here, because you see him in frame and she's in the back and she's looking all nice and stuff. And he's getting dressed up and she comes over and great answer. She's like, can you do something for me? And like, It's like, are we gonna be late? It's like, well, maybe. And she takes out
the way they went, they're definitely gonna be late.
Right. Exactly. We're gonna get to that because we have a lot of people from Texas that tune in, and that's great. Thank you, checking the show out. But we need your insight for some of these things, because that segment, once we get to it didn't make much sense to us, not at all. But what happens? She puts on a suit. She gives him a suit to put it on. So this is all for the 190th anniversary, for those who were still kind of like, wait, what the hell's going on here?
I didn't understand, like, what was he going to wear, right? Like,
he was going to wear just the black suit that he always, the black jacket, pants.
Come on, like, what's a fancy it's a fancy get together. Beth is going to be dressed up. You can't go. It's just, again, these are things that that you have to do, right? So
yeah. But he's never had to do this. Like, I don't remember. It's been a while, but did he even get dressed up for his wedding with Beth? Did he just stay in his regular clothes and just stand there? I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while.
He's like the Gilligan and the skipper.
Oh,
they never change clothes.
They never change clothes.
Everyone else changes, but they never.
What? And he's like, why should I? Because I have to work anyway. Right after he says, do you take it? Yeah, I do. Do you? I do. All right. Well, I got to go work. I'll meet you back at the house. And then just like get on a horse and ride off. He's good to go. He's in work clothes 24/7. We see Beulah. She's walking around. She's being mean to everybody, just telling them what they're doing wrong. The whole micromanage thing.
Oh, she's micromanaging. That is not how you cut it orange. You cut it with this knife.
Exactly. Oh, come on. Oh, sorry. I've just been doing this for I don't know how many years I've been working here. But you know what?
I know it's a stereotype, but you never tell a Mexican woman how to use a knife and then turn your back on them. All right. I'm just saying.
Get you. You shouldn't tell anybody like that, especially if it's not your job. So I'm sure these people, unless they're catering, but I'm sure she has people that work in the kitchen. She's not cooking meals for everybody.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? So it's like, come on now. I don't like that. I don't like these type of scenes. We see Oriana show up with some really dark lipstick, which Beulah loved it. Love this look. Not a fan. I don't know about you. I was not a fan.
It doesn't bother me at all. I think it's something that just she's a very pretty girl.
She is. No doubt. She is. And like, she doesn't need all that.
To me, it accentuated something. Like it actuated,
It's the whole thing does, but we already know she's shady. She's shady on a bunch of levels, because she's I know this is your special time. I want to just look nice for you.
Well, we find out why she did it.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But Grandma over here, Beulah, she's sucking it all up. She's hugging her. She's like, oh, thank you. You're so great. This is it. Well, we'll see what happens with that. We get Rip with Carter and Beth. They're all dressed up. They look nice. There was right before, there was a little heart-to-heart moment with Carter. And then shout out to Josh. We were going back and forth about how we don't like this character in the comments and why wasting food and just not appreciative of anything. But then he does say it. He says it here. He's like, I want to thank you and Beth. You gave me everything. You gave me my life. You gave me this clothes. You gave me a roof. I mean, he's doing the whole thing. And I had to pause it.
There's a good chance at the end of the episode, Rip also took the life from him.
Takes all the way, right? That's it. But you was right here while we're watching, you're like, oh, he's gonna tell him he's leaving. That's why. And I
think that was. I didn't think he was going to tell them right there, but I think he's kind of setting it up.
That he was getting ready to go out on his own,
and then
be
when
his own man.
How he sees the whole Oriana, how that all takes place.
Yeah, but it's still you don't leave because of a woman, especially not like that. Not someone you just met. I'm gonna been dating for years. He is super dumb, sharp as a marble. This kid, I'm telling you,
he's not even that sharp.
Exactly. The jokes that they would say is like, "Wait, were you raised in a barn?" We all heard that one. He could say yes. Yes, I was raised in
a barn. Yeah, weren't we all? No. Some of us had homes.
Yeah, like Tate. He had a home. He had a dad that loved him. He has name recognition, a future.
Tate, what barn is yours?
Exactly.
I live in that house over there. Wait.
Don't touch me, Carter. Don't touch me. You have that stench.
Don't touch me with your
Exactly. Go, Beth, take your creature. Take your creature back to the barn. Come on.
How great would it be if the actor that plays Tate watches this and he's like, "Oh yeah, you tell him."
Yes, exactly. Somebody, if you know him or you follow him on, send him this, and let's see if he gets a shits and giggles. I'm curious, but the whole thing here is really cool.
Wait a minute. First off, aren't we going to be surprised when we find out it's Carter that saves Tate from the guy while in?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at you dropping the spoilers. If some people haven't watched all of Marshall's,
well, that's not you, okay? It's been over for a few weeks.
That's true. But the cool takeaway from this is, I think, the response that Rip gives. He says, "You don't have to thank me, son." Now I get it. It's a Southern thing. Everybody calls son. I took it more direct. Like, I see you as my son. Too. Right? Exactly. It's like,
I was almost waiting for him to say, "Hey, I'm not your son." In all honesty, I was waiting for him to say that.
I don't think he calls Rip and Beth mom and dad at any point, right? He never does.
Well, he refers to them as at least
his parents. His parents.
Yeah, as his parents. I think he refers to Beth as his mom. But I don't think he refers to her as mom, like when he's talking to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he ever said, "Hey, mom."
Yeah, it's way easier to explain it that way than.
Yeah.
They just found me and they took me in from the hospital.
No, it's too complicated.
And they put me in the barn and
it's like, do you have any aunts and uncles? If I did, I don't know, because they took me away from all of that. I think I saw people at a Christmas party once. But is there extended family that may want me and may have reached out to the police?
That they're just dreams.
It's so crazy.
Most of the dreams came when I was sleeping in the barn.
Oh man, this is almost as crazy as watching All in the Family, and the little girl that shows up. It's like, "Oh, who's this?" It's like, "Well, you're your niece, and now you just have to raise me. I just live with you, uncle."
I don't remember that.
You don't remember the little girl? Yeah, and then he started his own bar, the bunker bar, whatever. Archie's place.
I don't remember much about
Archie's
I don't remember much about Archie and the Family. That's what it's called, right?
No, it was All in the Family, and then it was Archie's Place was the spinoff when he had his bar.
I remember
he had the little girl.
Yes, he was. I'm not gonna say racist. He was
racist.
He was
okay, so we could just say it, yeah.
I remember Sammy Davis Jr. being on there.
Yeah, he was on there. So that's our old men segment right there.
If you had All in the Family on your bingo card, you probably just won this episode.
Exactly. It was like, yeah, that was what triggered you for us. All right, so then we find out he doesn't. Beth says we don't need a designated driver. No one's driving. We're going to go there in a different way. And we see them all on horseback. This is a question for all of you out there that live the country life. Is this a thing? Would you put on a suit and then get on a horse, or put on a nice dress and get on a horse for who knows how long of a trip? It just seems like a waste. Like, why would you do that? You're going to get dirty.
So going back to the Madison, if you remember, they jumped on their horses and they were going back and forth between those ranches. Yeah. But they weren't dressed up. They weren't I don't. Well, wait. if you remember, they did bring the caskets by horse
My
and
horse.
wagon.
No, I'm all okay with that. It's just the whole thing getting super dressed up.
Oh,
To
I
it
agree.
in the
I
event.
agree.
It's just like, and you said it even when we watched. We're like, oh, they did this just for the dramatics, and it's true. Even later on, Beulah sort of brings it up that way too. It's like, oh wow, you came on horseback. Okay, I get it.
I have an issue with that, and we're gonna talk about that in a second because
Yep.
next we get to Joaquin talks to Beulah, and this is where she had finally decided that because she had told him, hey, I can't give the ranch over to you. We also find out why she said she couldn't. But now we find out she's going to.
Yeah, she's got it all written down in the speech. He says, "Thank you. This is going to be great." I don't know when that switched off. I don't.
I have a feeling
right?
after he went to rehab, and then you had Beth come in and say, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do." And I think that was probably on a contingency that this guy Rob will
never comes back.
Yeah, they know he's a junkie.
Does she know? Does Beth know this at that point?
Beth would have known. There's no way she wouldn't have known that she did her research.
Maybe when they were drinking. And Beulah laid out her hand, knowing all the dirt. Maybe she's like, all right, fine. You know that all my dirt. Now I know all your dirt. Now the agreement is I don't want to work with Rob. But we also remember he was never supposed to come back, which I already thought that was never going to happen. How could you just say, you know what? You're banished forever. That makes no sense. I didn't see that. I knew he was going to come back. I'm sure everybody saw that.
Didn't they banish Jamie from the Yellowstone?
Jamie, well, he was still in the neighborhood. He was still around. He was still part of everything. He wasn't gone. You know, he still had. He was still. Was it the governor? Right. That was a whole thing.
Right.
He took that.
The lieutenant governor.
The lieutenant governor. Right. So he was still part of it. They still had to deal with him in some way.
But either way,
yeah.
Here we see the three of them come riding on their horses, and Beulah says, "You know, you came the old-fashioned way." Now, this is what I have an issue with.
Okay.
Beth says something to the effect of the only way. Okay, didn't you just have a high-performance Beamer that you took everywhere? You didn't ride horses anywhere.
Beulah doesn't know that. She's just feeding her some BS. She's just going. She was like, as if she's always been old school. Like, what do you mean? Cars? I hate cars. I spit on cars. I use a truck because it's part of the ranching life. But if not, I am living on my horse. This is Glenda. I don't even know if we know the name of the horse. I'm just going to call it Glenda. You know, this is my horse, Glenda. But either way, it was cool. I like the line that Beulah said with Rip. She was like, you're sharp, you can cut glass or something. You're sharp as glass. Oh, that was good. I like those ones. I like all those terms. I love that. But that's but real quick. But then that's when she told Carter, "You can call me Mama B," and or Oriana's waiting for you inside.
Oh yeah, that was a good job.
Good job. That was a setup.
Well, no, I don't think it was a setup because she didn't expect that.
I don't know. I don't know. So do you think, because she doesn't tell anybody else, Mama B, she doesn't say, so I'm wondering if she's thinking it's like, oh, well, if we're keeping this old school, then your ranch and my ranch are going to become one ranch. By blood.
No, you said a setup where like she wasn't expecting our.
Oh, like sending, to send him over to still see her, messing around or hanging out with Harrison.
Yeah, so Ariana, or Oriana, however you say the name, she's talking to some guy, and Carter comes up. And at first, I thought he was going to be jealous, and he just kind of came up, and he was kind of standing till the guy is like, kind of asked who he is, and she introduces him to Carter and says, "This is my friend Carter." Now, I've never seen someone get friend zoned so fast as Carter.
Well, how about this one? I think he was always in a friend zone. They were never in a relationship. They hooked up. That's it. She's
not how he saw it.
Of course not, because this is his first of everything. He's just happy he has a bed right now, and he had a girl in the bed. This is mind blowing for him.
But she is smart enough to know exactly what she's doing to him.
Oh, she is. Yeah. But he isn't, and maybe she feels this is the only way to separate that. Because once he dropped the L word on that boat, that was. That was sending her off.
Let's be honest. I mean, that could do that to anyone.
Yeah, but this is too soon. It
Oh,
could be anyone.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like that could be anyone. Be like,
You know,
hey,
if it's 2 years or
oh.
even a year, and he's like, you know what, I think I love you. Like, oh, slow down. It's only been a year and like 2 days. What the hell, man? Then there's a problem there. Then you know what, just walk away because that's not gonna happen. But here, this was too soon. But the guy even says, oh, well, you're also from the same college. He says, no, I was a high school wrestler and the whole thing. I don't remember that. When did you go to high school and wrestle? Right?
He was talking about the
His make-believe life. Maybe he read something in the Hardy Boys. He was reading in the books while he was in the barn because it was like he should have said that. He was like, yeah, well, I would just wrangle cattle all day long for years. I got hardened like Conan pulling the wheel. Remember when he turned the wheel, he just got jacked, and that's it. It's the same thing. This is how Carter. He's farm strong. Isn't that the term, right? Farm strong. Oh man, see, I don't know what
it's country. It's country strong.
Country strong. Is it country strong or farm strong? It's country. All right.
We've always called it country strong.
It's always country. It's not.
That's what we always called it.
You always called it that. I always thought it meant farmer because it's a farmer. It's a hard life. That's you got to be.
Yeah, but there's other things in the country other than just being a farmer like that. But I don't know.
Who knows? If you know, then go ahead and put it in the comments. Right? Exactly. Exactly. I seen cattle before on TV. Dukes of Hazzard. That's as close as I got.
We get Azul telling his football story. Now they're all at the bar, and we do see, because I didn't see Azul or Zachariah there about the at the bunkhouse, but clearly they're part of it, so they went there. And he's just telling his story, and he's going really in depth, getting those vibes of El Bundy, talking about scoring 5 touchdowns.
The high school. This is it. He could have gone. He could have went pro. That
but he married Peg Bundy.
Peg Bundy.
I guess technically it wasn't Peg Bundy before they got married.
No, Peg. I forgot her last name. Yeah, Peg.
Now I'm gonna wonder.
Peggy. But then there's one guy in the back. It seemed like something you would see from a Western. You cheated me. Guy gets like, what?
It seemed like a very tall guy too, right?
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, you spindle, you 10 pedal guys. And he's like, you shouldn't be talking like that. You're outnumbered here. I'll be back. It's like, oh boy. Where's the saloon doors? I want to see those. They just like swing back and forth. Oh boy. But yeah, so that was the thing that happened. And once that happened, I knew, all right, you're setting up for a fight later. That's what we get for. That's what we get.
Numerous times. Like if there's a bar and there's some sort of fight, you definitely know that, hey, there's going to be a big thing. Also, quickly, did you know that Peg's name is Margaret Bundy in this? Sorry, see, now I got sidetracked because I need to know what Peg's maiden name is.
It was Margaret. What? It's not Peggy?
It's Margaret Peg Bundy.
Oh, so she went by the middle name. I would have stuck with Margaret. I don't know if I would.
No. It's in quotes, so it's not even her middle name.
It's not even a middle name. Oh, see, we've been lied to so long. Everything's a lie, Lawrence. I'm so mad. I don't like this. We got more drama, right? So then we jump back over to the party. And we see Carter, and he's hanging out with Wade, just keeping an eye out, looking at Oriana, just flirting with this guy. And I had to get this audio from Wade.
There's an upstairs and a downstairs to stories like this. It goes like that. And tonight, she and that boy are upstairs. But you're in the basement.
Where does that put you, Sheriff?
No, hell. I'm on the elevator going up.
So that tells me a few things. One, Wade is still corrupt, has no plans of going on the up and up because he says it. He's on the elevator going up, and that means he's willing to do whatever it takes to get up there. But also, let's stay in your lane. Now, he doesn't know the story, or not much of a story, but like the intimacy, I should say, with Oriana and Carter. But I think he's right. It's like,
I'm pretty sure he does know because he's told them numerous times.
Yeah, you can see him. Yeah, but still, they're flinging. They're just having fun. They're not serious.
He doesn't know like Beth knows because he didn't walk in on them. But
but that was interesting that scene right there, because just getting more insight on Wade, because for a while we were thinking that he was going to rebel against Beulah. He made it seem that way, like, oh no, the deal was with my predecessor, wasn't with me. But no, he's still gonna fall
We're
in
also
line.
starting to see like that Beulah is trying to keep everything on track. Maybe she's not as bad as we thought she was.
I'm starting to think that, but then when we saw what happened in the last episode and saying all this, she didn't have to go there. She didn't have to bring up Jamie and throw all that in Beth's face.
Well, I mean, she still has to protect herself. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like they're setting it up where she's just trying to get everything going in the right direction. Like, she's always just tried keeping it. Again, you make your own decision, so she's still at fault for that. But I don't think that's what she was actually trying for. Like, she's maybe deep down inside a good person.
Yeah.
But we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, well, we got a live band. We get Zane Nash shows up. That's the rich dude that loves John Wayne that
Yep.
they just partnered with. He's there. Beulah's showing him around. They do a little meet and greet with Beth and Everett, and everybody's there, and it seems like they're okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's too good to be true. Something bad's gonna happen, and I think everybody knew that some bad was gonna happen. And this is where Rip walks up. That was it. Joaquin walks up to Rip and says, "Hey, don't worry about. Don't talk about that. I don't want to."
Yeah.
Well, I have a good time, and he just walks away. What do you think is up with that? That threw me off. It's like, just hear the man out. Why do you feel the need to?
It's kind of funny because it almost feels like he's like, "Hey, you killed off people you don't agree with." That's how I took it. But that's what they did on the Yellowstone too.
Yeah. But he didn't even do it. It was the driver that did it. So
they covered everything up.
It's like, yeah, he knows. It's like, thanks for this, and whatever.
I think it goes back to more of Wes ending up on their property. I think it goes back to that. Not so much that Chet came and shot him and that his driver killed him. Because they didn't do anything. All he did was take him somewhere and then basically said, "Tell me about the body that washed up on my property."
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well. Well, Beth and them are hanging out with Zane, and they give him some spurs. And they said, "Oh, tomorrow we're going to go and take a trip. We're going to look at the property. It's going to be great." He's all happy. This is good.
Yeah.
Things are getting good. Everett's there. And there was that interesting moment with Everett and Beulah. They like held hands. I thought they were going to start dancing, and they just held hands and looked off into the crowd. It was weird. That is her date.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's fine. And there was that one, and I had it written here, but I don't know where it was going, when Carter was talking with Everett about standing around being alone or something. And he was like, yeah, you just have to know when to walk away. And he just like this, and he walked away from him. What are you trying to kick him when he's down? What are you doing, Everett?
No, he was telling him that, hey, you know what? It's okay to just have a drink in your hand and sit by yourself. Or someone will eventually come over and talk to you. But if you're done talking to someone, you can just walk away, just like this. And that's what he did.
And he just walked away. I don't know. I would have got pissed. I'm like, then don't even come talk to me, man. If I'm drinking, don't even do that.
Carter is the most rejected kid.
Yeah, he's got a lot of issues. A lot going on here. He's going to be the next Rob Will. I could see him keep drinking, and then he falls down that path. So we jump over to Zach, and he's talking with the barmaid, as we like to call here on the show. She's like, and Azul was like, "Oh, you old dog," like as if he was flirting with her and the whole thing. But then this is when it gets interesting, because just when it's about to get into a conversation, the guy says, "All right, we're back. There they are, guys." And then it's just like a whole roadhouse fight.
Yes.
Everybody's brawling it out, and Azul is all ecstatic about this. I hope you don't catch a heart attack, old man. And he's like,
yeah, so like, the fight's going on, and and they're kind of assessing the situation. The driver just assessed the situation too, the same way Rip would do this, right? And then finally Azul and Zachariah kind of discuss it, and basically, hey, you know what, we got to do something. And Azul says Something to the effect of, "You're not gonna have a heart attack on me, are you?" And this is when I got pissed off.
Go ahead.
I went and looked
Go
because I
ahead.
remember looking this guy up before. He's 2 months younger than I am. He's 50 years old.
But you got to think, Azul, how old is Azul? I'd say he's in his 20s. Everybody's old at that point. When
Late
you're in that
20s.
age, everybody's old. And he's probably just throwing some shade. We know that this guy spent a long time in prison, right? Over 20 years in prison.
He should have been working out.
So you're right. He should have come out all jacked, like like what we
don't have any obese people in prison.
You can't. There's not enough food to eat. It's not enough food.
See?
They just don't feed you. Even if you didn't want to work out, you're gonna still look anorexic because you're getting dirty porridge, and I coming by with a menu. It's like steak and potatoes for you, sir. And it's like, no, yes, thank you.
But anyway, we get a big bar fight, and it's much ado about nothing other than they're showing there's kind of a bonding moment, but that will quickly end.
Yeah. Quickly end. But the big part coming up is here because Beulah is hanging out with Oriana, goes up to her office, and who's behind the desk? Rob Will.
Okay, you're actually skipping some stuff.
I skipped some stuff because there was nothing special.
Well, no, if you're gonna skip there, we might as well talk about the Cowboys cleaning everything up.
But that's what we get there after.
No, because technically it was Nash talking with Beulah, Rip and Beth, and that's when she
she got the present. Yeah.
So right after that, but right after that, we see the Cowboys are cleaning up the bar, and this is where Austin pretty much says, "Hey, you know what? The 10 Petal is dirty, and no one wants to say anything. We all hide it."
Where's Chet?
Yeah, where's Wes? Where's Chet at? Right?
Yeah, that's what he's bringing up.
And I kept saying before, Austin is going to eventually side with the Dutton Ranch. And this whole time we can see Zachariah and Azul sitting back, sitting back and watching all this go down. And the guy told him, "Shut up. Just stop it." Because let's be honest, he's going to end up in the same place that Wes is.
He's going straight to the mine. He is passing the Dutton Ranch and going straight to the mine because once he finds out that Rip was also involved with the whole thing with Chet, like not that physically, but he knows that he is no longer among the living and didn't say anything about it. He's gonna be like, "Man, you're just as corrupt. Why didn't you tell the law?"
No. Chet came to kill.
Yeah, he came to kill him, and the driver took him out. But Rip was still there. So even if he goes and he says,
he was just asking, "Where are they?"
No, I know he's just asking, but if you're saying that you see him going to the Dutton Ranch, leaving 10 Petal to go down, for what? Because once he says, "Oh," and then Chet was missing, and Rip wants probably be honest, like, "Yeah, I know he's missing. He was a horrible person. He tried to kill him." And oh man, why didn't you tell the police then? Come on now, the cops are corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. Just get out of town. This is not a place for you. If you want to be on the up and up with everything, this is not for you. You're in the wrong spot. Question is, can they leave? We don't know if they can leave. I remember Yellowstone, you could not leave. You went straight to the train station. Here, I don't know. We haven't seen someone leave.
I'm going to say no, they don't leave.
And remember, we still don't know what's up with Wes's girlfriend, wife and child. Did they make it out? Because that was the thing.
I think they did. I think they bolted. And they're just trying to lay low because they know exactly what will happen to them.
Yeah.
But this is where we get Rob Will, and he is waiting in Beulah's office, and Oriana brings her in, and this is when she realizes that Oriana knew the whole time that Rob Will was going to be there, and basically set her up.
I really thought he was just going to kill her. I mean, he threatens her pretty much the same thing that we already
knew. No. He threatens that he will kill Joaquin.
No, I know. I thought, what's the point? Kill mom, kill grandma here. This is it. Take her out. What is the point? Pull a gladiator. Pull a gladiator.
Now, listen, there's difference.
Say she had a heart attack. Poison her. Give her a drink. Remember that drink that Oriana gave you? Yeah. It's kicking in about now.
Well, they
You
don't
know,
need to because we see at the end of the episode.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It would have made more sense only because earlier in the episode before, and we brought it up, she said she can't pass it along to Joaquin because that's not her biological child. It would have to go to Rob Will, even though she banished him. He's back, like he said, clean as a whistle. Came back from rehab. Everything is great. Now, when you give that speech, you're giving everything to me.
Yeah.
See, so what do you? She's gonna say no, and she said it. She was like, "Well, no, you're gonna mess things up." And this, he's like, "No, it doesn't matter." And that's when he was like, "Yeah, I'm threatened. He was gonna kill Joaquin."
And you know, maybe her thing was rather than wait for him to do something, we know he's going to screw up, so he's not going to make it 5 years. But it doesn't go as smoothly as she was hoping.
No, but the fact that that happened, it just threw me off. I just expect. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right because we knew he was going to come back, and for her to make it seem like, oh, we just banished him, and then we're going to give him a job somewhere else. No, give him a percentage. Why not offer him that? Like, all right, listen,
Because
you can't run the region.
he says that it's in my blood.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
it's
the
in your
problem.
blood, and they'll be in your bank account. But you can't
Carter
run this
was
place.
not getting the Yellowstone. Tate
He
was.
can't, but he doesn't want it. There's a difference. Carter never said, I can't wait till I get out of the barn and I start running to Yellowstone. This is going to be great.
I'm
He
just
didn't
saying,
want
like it was made,
Mm.
and I remember the scene. I'm pretty sure. I remember. I swear there's a scene where John Dutton is talking to Monica, saying that, hey, this is all Tate's. Now, of course, they're both dead in the show. So
yeah. Well, there's nobody else. There's nobody else. And then they gave up the land and all that stuff. So, but either way, she was like, all right. And then they cut from that. So now the question is, will she change things up? Yeah, but who knows? But we jump down over at the bar. We have Carter there. Oriana walks up, starts talking to him, and instantly jealous mode. Right? It's like, oh, what are you doing?
Man, so this is watching what you're watching a scene as a 50-year-old guy, and you're like, I see why he's pissed. He has every right to be pissed. And then she says stuff that is so rude. And then you hear what he says, and you can picture yourself as that 19-year-old kid, and you say the exact same thing to a woman. And as a 50-year-old man, you're like, that was wrong on so many levels because nothing good was gonna come of it.
Let's play
That's
this.
a fucking job. If you want to get part of this ranch, you want me, quit acting like a fucking scarecrow bear.
Fuck you.
Now, if you can recall, I fucked you. For what it's worth, I fucked Harrison too.
Oh, nobody wants to hear. Oh, man, Carter. That's why it's. Oh, I had to get that because it explains his actions later on. If some were wondering what the hell is he doing carrying this gear, skeleton, carcass bones from within the house, and that's what that was. Oh man, he is really hung up over this girl. That is,
Again, it's his first girlfriend.
I know that's a mistake.
They sleep together right away. He thinks he's in love.
Well, at least we do know that she is older because of the whole college thing. Remember, he's like, oh, the college guy. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. And then she was talking about it. So she went to college, so she is older than him. Not by much, I'm assuming, but she is
21, you're in college.
Yeah, no, but we don't know if she,
I know.
How far.
Well, 19,
she could be.
19, you're in college too.
Yeah, exactly. And he's in class with 15-year-olds. So, I mean, he's still trying to, figure things out. He's a late bloomer. It's not his fault.
So 21 Jump Street. Remember the big guy in 21 Jump Street?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that guy is not a teenager.
What do you mean? He was an easy 15. What do you what? You thought he was older? How dare you? Get some new glasses. I saw 15, maybe 16, all the way with that guy. Oh boy, this show. But yeah, so that was harsh. That was very
Yeah.
harsh. And I knew, I was like, something's gonna happen. But I didn't think what we saw. I was thinking he's now going to go up. He's having some drinks. He's gonna go up to that Harrison guy, and he's like, remember I said I know how to wrestle? Excuse me, who? And he's gonna yoke him up and throw him on the ground. And it's like, you see, grow up here. It's all bashing on this guy. I thought he was gonna do something dumb.
Oh,
like
I didn't
that.
think so at all.
That's what I thought. I thought it was gonna get a little crazy on that end.
I will say, I will say what I think he was gonna do when we get to him walking through everything.
Mhm.
But anyway, we
Okay.
see Beulah. Beulah comes down. She sees Rob Will talking to Joaquin.
Mhm.
Now, I know it's a long shot that we're looking at. It doesn't seem like Joaquin is like super like pissed off or anything. So
I don't
who
think he
knows
said
what they-
anything to him yet. Because
Yeah.
remember, there's another scene where they're outside. So I think
Yeah.
it was more of like, we're gonna have a talk. Something's gonna happen, that type
I
of deal.
think Rob Will wanted Joaquin to hear it from his mom.
Yeah. That's probably
So-
what he said. He probably said, get ready for the speech. And he's like, wait, what are you doing here? Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you later. Because right after this, he's outside with Rip. And he's saying, hey, you're a new foreman. That's great. I am an addict. I apologize. Sorry for my actions. And he's like, all right, that's fine. And then he just walks away.
And now, see, this is total Rip. Like he's just like he
Mhm.
knows now things are not going the way
Mhm.
they're supposed to. But I don't think
This
they
is-
expected it to be what it actually becomes, right?
I was waiting for Everett to come out and then look at Carter like through the eye things. Like, you see, this is how you walk away. Look, Rip has done it to 2 people today.
But see, at
at
this
the same
point,
event.
but this is where Carter is exploring the Jackson Ranch, and he is a little inebriated.
Oh man, I
And he
can't.
goes into Beulah's office. Now, I thought he was. This is what I thought. Someone was going to walk in and catch him like pissing on her.
Oh, if
on
he was going
her-
to do something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking we were going to see.
I
it is
thought
not what
he
we
was.
saw.
No, I thought he was going to find Oriana's room and look through her stuff or do something like that. I thought that's what he was looking. Because like, why else are you walking around the house?
Well, we
You
found
know what I
out.
mean? Yeah, exactly. Right. So we got Beulah. She comes out. She's in front of everyone. She gives a speech, starts talking about, hey, she had everything written down, but time to talk from the heart. Let's go from the heart. And then that's it. She says, within 5 years.
Remember, everything is built on a 5-year contingency.
Yep. 5
That is
years.
what Beth talked about, Rip talked about,
Mhm.
right? 5-year
Yep.
contingency.
5 years. 5 years. She will step down in 5 years. And maybe that's also the show telling us, hey, we have plans of 5 seasons. And if it kicks off past that, then we get the spinoff of the Adventures of Carter.
Carter's barn.
Carter's barn. Carter's barn. No ranch for this dude. Carter's barn.
The Dutton Ranch.
Everybody.
Carter's barn. And it looks exactly like the Fisher Price Little People barn that we had.
Yeah, with the animals. Oh man.
I
Everybody.
will cover that episode.
Everyone gets a spinoff. If you are connected anyway to the OG Yellowstone, you get a spinoff. You get a spinoff. Oh man, Tate's gonna get one. We know it. He's gonna-
Tate shows up and he's like, nice barn.
Exactly. It's like, oh man. Oh boy. But yeah, she gives a speech and says she's leaving everything to Rob Will, her son. And then she brings up, she's leaving everything. She's leaving the ranch, the beef products, and all the other stuff that they have going down the road. And it's shocking. It caused shockwaves, at least throughout the community there, because there's other people there that are in that world.
But we see the look on Beth, and then we see the look on Zane Nash. And that's the big one, right? Because he is the one that confronts her. Beth doesn't even get a chance to confront her. And I feel like this is what is going to be the catalyst. Get that catalyst?
Yeah, get it.
That will cause the Dutton Ranch to find an investment in cattle to now support Zane.
Mhm. Oh, man.
Because clearly she's just broke every
she broke. Yeah, because yeah, that was a because
But he
she thinks he
confronts
was
her.
yeah, because he was like, what the hell? This is the story. I was going with the story. You
Yeah,
even just
he
finished
says
telling a story
she's
about Lom and 23
yeah,
Irish immigrant, blah blah blah.
and Zane tells her, "Your son's a junkie."
Mm-hmm.
So this is well known, right? Plus, this guy seems like he's pretty powerful. It's not going to be hard for him to do a little bit of research and be like, "Where the hell's your son at?" You know,
Can he back out of the deal? I'm sure he has other rich lawyers and stuff like that. He can just call up and just
I would
void
say
this out,
yes.
right? He's gonna try to get out of this deal. And she's trying to say, hey, don't worry about it. The people, the brains behind this you're working with, that's Beth. She's the real brains of all
I'm
this. Don't
feeling
worry about it.
that's not going to last very long.
Yeah, and we'll see. So then we jump in with we see Joaquin with Rob Will. Joaquin's trying to get out of there, and he's in his car. Rob Will comes up to him, starts talking about it. It's like, you were never going to get this. You know, this is me. It's like I'm the son. And then he starts talking about Chet. And he was like, yeah, he was never a good shot. So he knows at this point, if Joaquin wasn't sure, he definitely knows now that this was.
Joaquin says something to the effect of, I'll give it 5 days and your mom will come back looking for me. But to me, it seems like he's done. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm getting away from this. I don't need this anymore. He's clearly a well-educated man. He kind of reminds me of what John Dutton did with Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, need you to become a lawyer, but you're only going to work for me. You're going to do my bidding. Well, Jamie was able to go off and do whatever he wanted because he had the degree once he was able to break away from them. I feel like Joaquin is the same way.
Yeah. It could be. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes up and develops, because I don't, like you said, Rob Will can't run this place. He can't do it. Joaquin does everything. So what are you going to do?
He has 5 years to sober up, but I don't think he's going to.
Well, is it even going to last that long? Because as we get into this, right, they're back over in the house. Well, not in the house, but in the front while this is all happening. And then we see.
So Zane is basically telling Beulah, hey, I'm
out.
I was sold on your stories. And then there comes Drunk Carter.
Drunk Carter with the skull head, the cattle head. And he was like, here's your steer. And he dumps it down. And Oriana's like, what the hell? You know, and that's why I had to get that audio clip, because I'm sure some people weren't putting two together because it happened so quickly. But it's like, this is it. So he's drunk. He's trying to prove that he's a man. Ripping, everyone's freaking out. They're like, oh, my Lord. Beulah's like, oh, and she collapsed.
It broke the horn when she threw it. Or when
we threw it down. Broke it. Definitely broke it. All right.
It's not how you get the girl back, guys. Just so you know.
No. Especially when you're drunk in this whole thing. Oh, man, what a mess. But she collapses. Everett jumps by her side, calls for an ambulance. Says, don't worry, they're gonna come and help you. It's gonna be great. She gets a flashback. At first, I thought it was gonna be just her going to heaven. You know, when the bright light. And then we're gonna see credits, because then now it's like, for us, the viewers, like 5 years, scratch that off. This is now in real time, and there's witnesses all here that all heard say that she was going to pass her torch. 5 years, fine. If she was alive, she is no longer with the living. But no, that's, at least from what we see, it doesn't happen. It's a flashback. And And
this is what we said. If you saw this coming, I'm calling BS.
Yeah, we call shenanigans. No way you saw this coming.
We see Joaquin's dad going to the bathroom to get B. As he calls her, she's sitting on the floor. He says, hey, your dad wants you down here, whatever. And then she's in tears. And then he looks over and sees she had taken a pregnancy test. And then
triplets. It was going to be crazy.
Well, it was supposed to be twins. That's why he got the name Rob Will.
Exactly. They put the name together. We'll keep both of them. It's only one. Oh, no, there was another attachment on him, and it didn't make it.
Yeah,
it would have been like from Total Recall. You remember what was that?
Quaid.
Right. Quaid, right?
No, Quato. So anyway, she's like, she wants him to take her.
To the guy, the father. She was like, he needs to know. Right, take me to him. It's like, okay. And that's why I was confused, because we see that he's not at the motel. It's a house. She walks up to the steps and everything. He's sitting in a car, and I'm sure everybody, like you said, if anyone says otherwise, you're full of it. You're full of it.
So she had told, the story was leading up that she took in a ranch hand, which was ranch hand's son, Joaquin, because he was in and out of trouble. Now, at this point, I'm watching this. I'm like, he's going to hear something, the commotion. He's going to run in. He's going to end up killing Luke and then going to prison. That's the reason why. And as soon as I see the silhouette of Luke, I'm waiting for him to turn and smack Beulah. And then him come running in. That is not what we see. What we see in here is the gunshot killing Luke. And this is when we find out Beulah. Well, we found out at this point. And as Joaquin's dad comes running up, Beulah comes walking out, and she's like, "I found my boot."
Yep, I found my.
It would have been cool if she would have said, "There's a snake in my boot," but she's not.
She found her boot. But then this tells us that maybe this is why she took Joaquin in the way she did. Because this guy, the dad, he took the fall for it, right? That's what I'm
guessing. He's going to take the fall. Hey, I went in.
Yeah, I went. Yep.
Because clearly he has feelings for her, and I'm not saying like in a sexual way.
No.
Romantic way. He's obviously probably been watching over her for years.
Yep.
He's no longer a cowboy. He his job is to protect the owner's daughter.
Yeah. And he failed. He failed to the point that she now had this this person's kid. Yeah. And then now this. Yeah. Then the murder. So I'm assuming once we find out later on, that's what happened. He took the blame for it. Yes. Okay. Then you're going to jail. Is that life? Do we know the story? Did they tell the police the full story? Or is it just you got drunk, you went and you killed this guy for no reason? You know what I mean? I don't know if they told the story.
Then you're going to find out whether or not if he's legal or not. He might have been illegal.
Could be another thing. We'll find out. We'll find out. I think we're going to find out. But this was an interesting backstory. Interesting backstory, flashbacks. I like this. We also don't know if Beulah survives this heart attack, if that's what it was. So if this was
I don't see him killing her off. If she has to be on, right?
You could say that about the Kurt Russell character. People were like, "Yo, he has to be here, right? He has to be." What do you mean he dies in a plane crash? What?
15 minutes into the show,
right? What? No, you saw the wrong cut. The screener they sent you was bad, like the Tulsa King. You guys get bad screeners from Paramount. All right, but
they killed off two big named actors in the first 15 minutes of the Madison.
They did, and I got picked up for two. Yeah, well, I got picked up for 2 more seasons, people. Okay, so understand that one. Well, we got a season 2 and 3 coming. So, oh man, so crazy.
This is the new highway to heaven.
Highway to heaven. Oh man, remember that? Oh, I remember that. Also, a Little House on the Prairie. I think that came back. They did. They brought that show back too.
No, they didn't.
But hey everybody, thank you.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what do you mean they brought back the Little House?
Little House is back. They are bringing it back as a show. They're bringing the whole thing back.
Oh, I thought you meant
period
like
piece.
They brought it back.
No, soon. It should be any month now or something like that. I gotta look it up, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was given a green light. They're rebooting the whole thing.
Just because we went to Little House on the Prairie, they're gonna wrap this up. If you want to hear something really sad, go read or watch something about the last episode of Little House on the Prairie.
Ugh.
What they actually do it's mind-boggling.
Then I'll check it up. Yeah, go look that up because then now I want to go look it up. That was such a sad show, beginning to end. That was a hard life. Okay, the hard life.
I had a teacher that said like he complained about it because he's like, let me explain something. Those people may have taken a bath once or twice a year.
Yeah,
they were taking a bath every day.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging with us for our coverage. And just like you do with all the other shows, we really do appreciate it. We got a bunch of new people that are constantly coming in and sharing and telling people, and it's great. Thank you all. So thank you again for the like, the hype, the shares, the subs, and the comments. Go in the comments. We're always talking. You know, we got our jokes, and you guys have your own comeback for a lot of stuff that's happening on this show. But overall, it's fun. We're enjoying it, but we just got issues with Carter and how they're writing Carter. It just doesn't fit.
We have an issue with Carter.
Yeah, we definitely do have an issue with Carter.
And Tate, if you want to come on anytime and talk about how much you hate your fake cousin, you are more than welcome.
Oh, you know what I was thinking too when we talk about spinoffs? What if they get their own spinoffs? You know, Yellowstone cousins or something like that. They do Tate and Carter. They do that.
What if we could get Tate to come on as Tate, and then him be like, "This is I always told Grandpa Dutton, this guy's he's bad news."
I would love to do that. I would love to reach out to the PR
mom.
person. Can I have this actor?
Please don't make me play with Carter.
Right? I want can we do an interview? Yes, but I need him to stay in character. Can he do that? Can he just say, we only want to talk to the character. We do not want to talk. Yeah, exactly. Just like wrestlers. That's the same thing with the Alan Richter over in Reacher. I want him on, but as Reacher.
We saw that in real life, all right?
Yeah, that is true. That is
don't mess with Reacher and his kids when they're riding their motorcycles. All right?
Exactly.
All right.
Anyway, we're out of here. Thank you. We'll be back next week for episode 8. Peace.